Alright, animation fanatics, grab your tickets and a hot snack, cause it's time for Monkey at the Movies. Today's episode was requested by, and we'll be taking a look at, come on, this movie is a gut puncher, man. It's a slice of life story that starts out nice and calm, then takes a huge shit on its characters over and over and over again. I mean, even the title kinda does this. Wolf Children? Nah. Most of the significant parts of this movie are about the mom. But I guess mother dealing with shitty little angsty werewolf kids isn't that catchy of a title. So, Wolf Children it is. The story has twists and turns from beginning to end, so I'm gonna try to make this as spoiler-free as possible. Just like online dating in your early teens, this movie starts off with a boring chick falling in love with an emo furry guy. Just like an emo furry guy, this dude's a jobless bum who just wants to screw. And you know what that means. They pop out some kids, the furry guy goes to the place where all furries belong, and now she's a single mom who don't need no man. Well, it turns out these kids took after dear old daddy and can transform into wolves. And this is what sparks the rest of the story. The plot follows the mother as she tries to deal with raising abnormal kids, so abnormal in fact that she moves out of the country, learns to live off the land, and tries to deal with both the human and wolf sides of these children. The kids' stories surprisingly aren't as enthralling as they kinda pigeonhole themselves into two roles. The daughter takes after the mom and hungers after a slab of dweeby man meat, while the son follows an emo daddy's edgy footsteps and runs off to join a modern baseball cover band. Yeah, that's all I'm saying for the story. Those were the key points, but the truth of the matter is, the key points don't matter. What this film's really about is life's ins and outs, and its slower pacing, while at times tedious, really delivers that message well without even trying. In fact, Wolf Children's pacing is one of those mind trips that messes with your perception of time, since you'll feel like a whole day has passed even though you've just been watching this for 2 hours. That's no surprise, since this film was directed by Mamoru Hosoda, who's known for working as an animator on Dragon Ball Z, a director on films based on animated shows like One Piece and Digimon, and he's gone on to direct original films, most notably Summer Wars, The Girl Who Leapt Through Time, and Boy and the Beast. You can always kinda tell when this man's worked on a movie since his handiwork places a lot of focus on minor character movements, non-verbal interpersonal interaction, and a slow-paced story that's occasionally punctuated by furious action sequences. The way the minutiae of daily life is captured in his work is very similar to Studio Ghibli's style, which is, kind of funny since he was kicked off of the production of Howl's Moving Castle. Apparently he didn't quite fit Ghibli's mold, and that's a shocker since his very own Studio Chizu has shown a lot of prowess in depicting daily life in similar ways. And Wolf Children is a prime example of this. It accurately depicts how life ebbs and flows like a tide, rushing over the rocks, softening jagged edges, and slowly but surely turning everything it touches into something new. It showcases the mundanity of daily living, from its struggles to its high points and everything in between. It's about a curious kid who grows to realize that adulthood is just childhood with more responsibilities, and her children realizing that maturity is a question with more than one answer. It's about how relationships have a lifespan, but the connections we form in them can outgrow and outlive us. And no matter how much you want to hold on to a moment, you can't stop the hands of the clock from turning. And even if you could, you know that something of value will be lost in the process. Thus, you learn to move on. So, if you're into that kind of thing, then check out Wolf Children if you haven't already. If lifestyle-focused dramas are too slow for you, then check out Summer Wars, which we'll probably be covering at some point. This has been Monkey at the Movies, and I'll see you at the next show.